Whoa, welcome guys. Look at that. Quick in on today's live. Welcome. I'm not setting the story today. I'm actually doing that ChatGPT fucking caricature thing. I'll show you that in a minute when it comes on through. I have no idea what he's doing. ChatGPT is just doing its own thing. I've used ChatGPT for so much fucking shit. Right? Literally everything to a degree. I'm not lazy. Just make it easy for you guys, right? Yeah, I've used it for like it's coming up here for like Mr. Men stuff. I made like a Mr. Men like merch. Oh, it's not fucking doing it. Caricature. I don't think it's going to do it. Anyway, welcome, guys. Happy Sunday. I hope you can hear me. Location's changed again. So we're going to hopefully have a studio set up. That's right. We're fucking going up in the world. Make things a little bit easier for you guys, right? Jazz, good to see you, mate. It feels like ages since I've seen you. I hope Chief is fucking asleep by now. All that hard work he's been doing. Hold on, I'm just going to turn you away because I am drinking a beer. It's been a fucking hard day. I don't want YouTube to ban me, so bear with me. Yeah, look at Jimpy instead. There you go. There you go. There's Jimpy. Hi guys, welcome. Thank you for joining on today's live. Really do appreciate having you all here. I think 5 is the most we've had straight off the bat, so it's been good to see. Fucking hell, that is dedication, son. That is dedication, Luke, mate. Fucking welcome, my man. He's not, to be fair, he's around my mum and dad's dogs. Oh, fair, man. Fair. Are they at yours? Are you at theirs? What's going on? So, fucking hell, 6, we're on it. Right. Good place to start. Welcome, guys. So, today I want to talk to you about motivation and how that differs in a lot of dogs. So, a lot of people think that motivation is just your, oh, mate, sorry to fucking stop my train of thought. Your mum's for tea. Mate, I've just moved into the house. I've got nothing. I have to get a takeaway again, right? I feel fucking dirty, man. That sounds mega. Fucking beauty. Love it. So motivation differs in every dog, right? And you may have heard, those who train with me may have heard me talk about motivation a lot, right? As we know, I'm a balanced trainer. We use motivation and we manipulate that to our advantage so we can give something that we can pay the dog. With regards to motivation, right? Motivation comes in many ways, right? It's like us. Think about it here. I want you to think about this and actually stick it in the chat, actually. Come to me about what you're motivated by. What would you say some things you are motivated by? Just you as a person. Just stick that in the chat. I'll give it a bit of time. I'm checking on my caricature to show you guys. I mean, I have no idea where we got this because I've actually updated a headshot. Here's something to takeaways are the best bit about the hacker. Cash money, 100%, mate. Cash money, fucking damn right. What was it, Shez, you said earlier? You work to live? Is that what it is? Anyway, do you want to see a fucking funny, the caricature thing that's going around on ChatGPT? Do you want to see it? That's me, apparently. It fucking looks nothing like me. What the fuck's going on here? It's got the army side of things in right, though. Oh, there you go. Oh, fuck. Fucking crazy. Anyway, I'm going to fucking post that later. Right before the Super Bowl. Anyone else watching the Super Bowl tonight? Anyone into that side of things? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Cash money. Exactly, mate. Work to live, not live to work, mate. Fucking 100%, man. 13. Well done. Welcome, guys. We're just talking and putting in the chat. Feel free to get involved. What motivates you in life? Yeah, what do you want to do? That's it, Shez. You know, my man. What? Oh, we dropped it. We scared them off. What motivates you, the viewers, to do anything in life? Right. I get another minute, and then we'll crack on. Not even a minute. Another 30 seconds, right? And I'll talk to you how this works. So I'll part the exercise. Jump it. Get it in more, guys. Get it in. Eyebrow raise is to someone. You know who you are. These lives are flying, mate. That's the fucking attitude. That's what we want. We want to fucking fly. By the end of the year, I want at least 50 people on these lives. At least. I want to be 1,000 fucking followers on Insta, all that good shit. Yeah, I want to be helping fucking 1 million dogs. Well, I can't help 1 million dogs. I'd love to help 1 million dogs, right? I'm never going to be that fucking good, but I want to be helping every fucking dog I can. Anyway, so motivation, even if you spoke about this to yourself, even in and around people, even if you've asked the question, right? Motivation differs from people, right? The motivation to go to work, as Shez has said there, right, is to work to live. So he goes to work to fucking live his best life. Luke, cash money, right? Cash is probably the main thing, right? The main currency, because cash buys a lot of fucking good shit, right? Anyway, sorry guys, apologies. I'm buffing a little bit on here. If that's the case, it's because no broadband yet. I know why it takes fucking 14 days for broadband to be switched on. Who knows? So you're going from a phone, which is a bit shit. Anyway, by the by. For me, right, why I go to work, I love what I do. This side, the dog side, right? I love this. I love seeing you guys. I love helping you guys. I love having good sessions. You know, those have come to me for a while now. I love seeing you. I even say that to you, right? Most of you, right? Most of my clients and most of my people, right, are friends that have come from dog training, right? I love seeing you. You're good for the soul. Why I do my day job, it pays the motherfucking bills, right? It pays the bills, keeps the roof over the head, keeps the dogs happy, right? And they are my motivation, in all seriousness, right? There's not a day that goes by that they don't fucking motivate me to get out of bed, to go to work, to give them the best food, the best life, and spend all the fucking time with them. Why I want to do this full time, honestly, one, I fucking love life. Two, is to spend time with these two idiots here that are asleep at the moment, right? And they ain't even done much today. On that, you're going to see Jimpy in a minute because I'm having another swig. So, motivation also changes in dogs, right? Some are motivated by food, love it. Some are motivated by toys. Some are motivated by praise and just doing shit with you, right? Now those are the three that we generally use in training. However, motivation can be anything that the dog is really wanting that moment. So, for instance, Jimpy is in season at the moment, right? She came into the unit and pissed right in the middle of the unit. You brought your male dog in. Do you think your dog's going to be bothered about food? Probably not. Do you think it's going to be bothered about toys? Probably not. Do you think it's probably going to be bothered about praise? Probably not. It's going to want that fucking to sniff that piss that's on the floor because he's a male, right? He's going to want to mark all over and go, this is mine. That is motivation, right? So from there, what we can do is we can use that patch of piss, for want of a better term, right, as motivation. This does not mean you guys that come regularly, allow your dog to fucking piss everywhere in my unit. That's not what we're saying, right? And that's ultimately also why I've taken Jimpy out of the unit. She's not been allowed in there. On that note, I can make Jimpy work for anything. Woods. Whoops. Wood. I wonder why you're saying woods. Not the point. You know that, right? We've talked about this, Lou. Right? Going back onto it, Jimpy, I can make her work for anything. I've told this story to quite a few people already. Right? I remember being in front of some clients, right? And there's, I don't know, what was it? Oh, it was bubble wrap, right? And Jimpy was really interested in this roll of bubble wrap. So I was able to tear a little bit off, and I made her work for this bubble wrap. It literally must have been about that big, if that. It was like a corner. And I made her do all this fucking crazy shit, all the stuff that you've seen, put her onto a place, and then I gave her this bubble wrap. And it was just that, right? So it was bubble wrap. It meant nothing to her, but in that moment, she was motivated. I know someone who can motivate the dog by bubbles, right? Blowing bubbles, and that's fucking motivation. So where a lot of people go wrong is thinking that motivation has to be something that is conventional, such as, like, say, food and toys and everything else. I'm going to let you into a little secret. Food, when it comes to food and why trainers like to use food, is because it's neutral. It's easy to give the dog. The dog has no real sense of massive value over it, so it's not going to spike arousal into a fucking frenzy where the dog is going to lose its mind. But what it is it's easy to pay. It's easy to give the dog, right? And you can do it over and over and over again. If you're using the daily allowance of food for the dog as motivation, you've got a longer period of time. That's why trainers like to use it. That's why I like to use it. Treats should only take up 20% of the diet anyway. And also, unlike me, because I'm a bit of a fatty, right? Think of treats as like a dessert. If you go out for a meal with your missus or your fella, right, or your mum, your dad, whoever, and the dessert menu comes around, sometimes you want the dessert. Always want the dessert. Sometimes you don't, right? So treats are like that. So if the dog's already full and associated, then you're not going to really want the treats, right? So that's why we use a daily allowance of food. And it's just easier for a dog training standpoint. Other dogs, I had a dog in earlier, Cole, fucking great lab. He was like happy with the food or the ball. So again, highly motivated. I'd probably say swinging more towards the ball. Food again also allows us to like mold situations, mold behavior, like get good presence and good sort of positioning, right? Whereas a toy is a little bit harder to do so, right? And that's coming from a sports side of things. So how you are able to use that motivation is you hold the dog accountable for behavior. So those who've trained with me before and training with me already, right? We bring a sense of behavior to the dog. So we tell the dog what we want them to do and we show them that anyway, right? We probably use that with food. But if in that moment, going down the line 2-3 weeks down the line or what have you, the dog isn't bothered by food, but it's really bothered about a smell. What I'm going to do is we're going to show the dog, yeah, you can have that smell. Smell it, mate. You fill your boots, right? And the dog's like, yeah, this is great. I fucking love it. But you're going to say heel or sit or whatever the fucking command is that you want to use at the time, right? If it doesn't do it, you're going to correct the dog because you've already told him what to do, right? The dog's then going to do it, look at you, and what do we know through our training? Everything comes from you, the owner. So then you're going to give the dog the release, the yes, and it can go smell the fucking piss in this aspect, right? So then you're allowing the dog to have a bit of a smell, a bit of a sniff, because it's motivated by that in that moment. And then you're going to say, okay, heel, and bring the dog back into behavior you want. The dog's then going to start to realize that you're in control of even the environment, and that must mean that smell comes through you by doing behavior that you want it to do. Does that make sense? Just, if you can, drop a fucking, I don't know, a yes or one, fucking something in the chat if that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, I'll try and change that up, right? I want to make sure that that's resonating with folk. Yeah, mega cool. Hold on, this time you can see Winter. There you go, there's Winter Row, I think. Yeah, she's asleep there, look. So yeah, cool. All right, guys. So where people then go wrong or start to panic is they think, oh, fuck, the dog's not motivated by something, a ball. Oh, fuck, we need to change shit up. Right? You get fucking, I don't know, a new rope toy. Yeah, let's use this. And the dog's like really motivated by it and goes, it's fucking boring. Question. And some of you who've already trained with me anyway will know the answer to this. And if you do, again, put it in the chat, right? What do you think builds value to a motivator? Again, stick it in there, whatever you think. There's no right or wrong answers, right? So throw it in there whenever you want. What do you think builds value to a motivator? Fucking, he's on it. He's fucking on it. Yeah, that's it, mate. 100% look, scarcity, right? That's why I tell you, you're only going to pay a dog for the same behavior. And if it doesn't want it, it's not going to earn it until the next part. This is why I say don't allow your dog to have free access to all the toys. If there's one that you're using, that's all he's able to get when he's working, because it's scarcity, doesn't have access to it, right? So this is how you build that motivation. You want the dog to really fucking want that shit, yeah? 100% says, yeah, you agree, mate. Yeah, we talked about this earlier as well, didn't we? And we talked about this in our fucking sessions, right? So you want the dog to really fucking want that shit, right? And again, those of us that know, do we get a bonus every day, every week, every month? No, we don't. Why do we work really hard? Why do our managers, right, push us to work really hard? Well, the bonus, right? The bonus comes every quarter, maybe at Christmas time, right? Most of the companies that I worked in, it's just been a thank you, here's some pizza, right? Never really got a fucking bonus in my life. So you work hard for that in anticipation for the fucking bonus. And again, it could be the jackpot in this moment. So the problem as well, where a lot of people face is they start to use motivation or what the dog is motivated by as bribery. All right, without even realizing it. This is generally people that come to training without knowing any difference. They find something that the dog really, really wants. Let's take food. The dog really, really wants food. It likes the fucking smackos, right? The shit pedigree, fucking strips, right? Really fucking likes them. So what does the owner do? You know, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at the dog, look at the dog, look at this, look at this, look at this, and pays the dog. It's just bribery in that sense, right? You're using the motivation or the thing that the dog finds valuable in that moment as bribery, right? And the dog's not really learning anything because, again, we're not going back onto the previous point of accountability. Yeah. And this is why I say to you guys and anyone that trains me, will pay after the behavior, right? We hold the dog accountable in the moment to then pay when the dog's done the right thing. Take the spicy game, for example. I said, good job I'm not having to fucking pay royalties to Pat Stewart in terms of the spicy game because I would owe him a fucking lot of money. Spicy game. Pay the dog when he's next to us rather than just look at this, look at this, look at this when the dog is fucking interested in another dog, right? We hold the dog accountable in that moment. When the dog comes back to us, yes, you get your payment. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's all shit that you guys know anyway, right? So that's how motivation can work with regards to dogs and with regards to how we can manipulate that. Don't ever feel that you can't hold a dog accountable, and don't feel like it has to be a conventional motivator. If your dog's fucking interested in a leaf, right? Let's use the motherfucking leaf. I had a dog in yesterday. I don't know if he's here. I don't know. I can't see who's here. In the moment, I was drinking a bottle of water, finished the bottle. The dog was looking at me going, "That's a cool bottle. There you go, son. Let's play the ball. Let's play with the ball. Do the behavior. Here's your ball. Here's a bit of fun." Quick question, actually. Two. There's one and there's a follow-up. Does your dog like bottles? Like plastic bottles? Yeah. Some might do, some don't. Winter really loves bottles. Like, she goes fucking nuts over them. Jimpy, actually no, Jimpy does. I'll tell you a funny story about that in a minute, actually. Does your dog like bottles? Well, and I'm putting them in the chat. I'll tell you a funny story, right? I was at trial back in, fuck knows when it was, August, I think it was. Ted liked bottle caps. Oh, that top caps. It's fucking a bottle, right? Jimpy really liked bottles. Chief ain't ass. Haha. All right. You'll sort of get this. You'll get the gist, right? Actually, I'll follow on that because you guys have replied. So, dogs that like bottles, right? And it's really weird. Rather chase his own. Yeah, rather chase his own fur. Yeah, that was funny earlier. That was nice. That was the proper juvenile, like childlike sort of behavior coming out. I love that. I love seeing that. So dogs like balls because they give something back. When the dog bites onto the ball, it sort of like springs back and it gives like something back to the dog, and the dog really likes that. That's why dogs generally like balls. So Jimpy really likes balls. She'll go onto the field, she'll hunt out a ball, she'll pop it, water goes everywhere, she'll shake it like it's fucking alive. She loves it, right? I went to trial, right, not so long ago, back in August. And what the first station, right? You had to put your dog into a down in a pen. This pen was about 4 foot high. In those fucking balls. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm fucked. Put her into a down and I'm like, down. I make sure she knew fucking stay in a down. I then had to walk over to a bench, right? There's quite a few people there. And there's a decoy in a suit, right? We had a chat and then all of a sudden the decoy attacked me. Now the aim of the game was the dog to jump over the pen, hit the decoy, bite the decoy, and effectively protect me. Now, has Jimpy done this before? Yes, to a degree. She's been in a down. Me and my trainer, Roman, who I've used, and he's a good friend of mine. He's been, "Hiya, mate, you all right? Shake my hand." Very similar setup. And then he's attacked me. Jimpy's come out of a down and nailed the bloke, right? Nailed the decoy. Perfect. Here, Jimpy didn't do it because she's like, no. Dad's told me to down in these bottles. So Dad really wants me to down in these bottles. And basically, she just allowed me to get my head kicked in. It wasn't my head kicked in. It was fine. It was just like some water getting sprayed over me and a little bit of a rough and tumble. And I look back at her and I couldn't be mad at her at this point. She's looking at me going, "I've done it, Dad. I'm in a down. Look at me. I'm in a down." And I'm like, "Yeah, Mega, if this was have been a point where that scored us points, you'd have fucking played up." So, yeah, funny story with regards to Jimpy and bottles. So, guess what I do now to have as many bottles as you want, do whatever you want. But that could be her motivation. Yeah, instead of like a tug toy or anything like that, I could have a bottle with me and fucking play fight with her, all of that. So, I know, mate, she's a bit special, isn't she? She's very special today. She's been asleep since we came back about 3 hours ago. It's been a hard day for her. I don't know if she's liking not being the center of attention and Winter taking that role, um, or whether she's enjoying just having some downtime. But she's all right. She's good. Yeah, she's a bit soft. But on that, look how this changed. You can train and train and train, and everyone thinks, "Oh, your dog's perfect," or "I want my dog like that." There's things that I see and I deal with that isn't what I want, and we have to build on it. Just like you guys, certain behavior. Oh, he's doing this. Yeah, everyone has them. You build on it. You change tack. You see what works best for you. I'm sorry if you can hear it. Winter's really driving home the snores. She's she's out like a light. Okay, Jimpy's still breathing. She's fine. Sorry, I was a bit concerned there. So, guys, that was effectively motivation and how we use it to our advantage. It's a bit of a short one today, right, compared to last week's. But we're going to open up the floor anyway. Talk to me about fucking any questions. What have you seen? Luke, tell me, how's your fucking holiday been? What do you think to Krakow? Shez, what are you and Kate having for tea? Give me some inspiration. I need to think of something to have. At the moment, I'm swaying towards Chinese for the Super Bowl. Who's watching the Super Bowl? Anyone? Just me? Until I fall asleep at like probably 8 o'clock. Oh, mate, that sounds mega. Oh, belly pork and homemade chippy chips. Oh, mate, that's naughty. He was actually with Ted, but we give him them when he's been calm, and then he gets him for a while. So how do we build that? In all seriousness, mate, I just fucking give him a yak chew. Yeah, I wouldn't. Not everything has to be motivation. Yeah, you don't have to see everything as motivation. If it comes to you're going to give him a fucking yak chew, give him a yak chew. Yeah, if he's earned it, if that's what he wants, it's like, all right, fine. If we go on to motivation, right? If you're motivated by food, and you're like, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to fucking smash out some fucking, loads of weights and shit, and I'm going to run 5 miles and everything else, so I can have that Mars bar. Well, one, that's not fucking healthy, right? Take it from someone who used to fucking be in the gym and think like that. That's not healthy, but it's okay to have something that you're motivated by just because you want it. Yeah. Like, for instance, Jimpy and Winter, I'll give them like the offcuts from fucking chicken, say, when I'm cooking. I'm not making them work for it, and they can just fucking have it. Oh, hello. Right? Sorry, Winter just woke up. So, with stuff like that, mate, if you're giving him, the only thing that I would say with that, if it's like a yak show, give it to him like in his bed or in like his crate or something. Yeah, maybe even given the situation, maybe if you're out and about, like in the coffee shop or what have you, or pub, as long as there's not other dogs there that other dog's going to be a knob and come over and try and take it, then you got a fucking dog fight on your hands. Don't fucking do shit like that. But if wherever you want to give him it. Yeah, you don't have to fucking make him work for it. That's good. Yeah. Think of it like as your childhood. Don't mean to bring up any childhood trauma if this fucking does resonate with you. But did you have to earn everything that you got? Oh, you were just giving shit, weren't you? Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question, Luke. Krakow's good. Up since 2:30 a.m., so we're not having a mad one tonight. What the fuck are you doing up at 2:30? What the fuck have you been doing? You have like sort of midnight tour around Auschwitz or something. Yeah, I want to know more about that. Why have you been up since 2:30? Sorry, winter keep. Have you just got that today? Are you there today, or were you flying back? You flown back today. I can't remember. I know that you were going, but I didn't know your itinerary. You're all right. Good girl. Winter just keeps staring at me weirdly. I don't know. Oh, mega, man. Oh, mate, I'd be straight out. Krakow's supposed to be good. Cheap pints and that. Get on the vodka. And I'm sure you can tell she's tired. When her ears go like that, she's tired. Like, go like a little bit dobby. She's heard me speaking about her, so she's in the mood. Go to sleep. I'll ask her to come here, but I think Jimpy might come here. Ready? Yeah. We'll bring her in. Why not? We'll bring her in a bit. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a full on day for you tomorrow, mate. If you're doing that tomorrow, it's gonna be a full on day. But you'll love it, man. Can't wait to hear all about it. Yeah, Shez, you and Kate love winter. Kate, I hope your knee's all right after winter nearly took it out earlier. It's been a day for you, hasn't it, babe? You've been doing a lot, haven't you, today? Yeah, thanks. You're not doing it? You know, people say to me that you can't train a Frenchie, or you don't see many people, or you don't see many Frenchies that are trained. Winter Leap and Frenchie, that's the one. She's about so much powerful. I know. We used to nickname her the breeze block. It was like getting hit in the face with a breeze block. You should see when she's here. If I had my parents around here or some friends, sit on the sofa, she'd run in and park off everyone. And again, sorry if you can hear her snorting over me. Stop snorting. Yeah. She worked out today, ain't you, babe? Smashed it. Yeah, the amount of people that say to me, "Oh, you can't train Frenchie." Of course you can. It's like saying you can't train a Dachshund. All right, okay. When my belly tickles, all right. On your hands. Almost had a claim on your hands. Yeah, I know, mate. Good job. I've got public liability. Do not start fucking trying to claim against my public liability. You put me out of business. Oh, fuck me. Who's here? Look who's coming. She knows. Look, I told you. As soon as you move on, look. No, stupid idiot. Look, now we've got stupidness. You've got to stay there because you're in season. Blood all over my sofa. No, stay there. Good. No, stay there. No, it's stupid. What's overall outlook for you in a few years? Where would you like to be? Mate, fucking cracking question. Cracking question. Thanks. You staying there? You're alive. No. I'll answer that question in a minute. Let me just get stupid idiots all sorted. 2 seconds. Right, girls. Jimpy, place. Good girl. Winter. You on your Winter. Go on, get over there. Good girl. You can have cuddles in a minute. Right. Where do I want to be in a few years? Right. I'm going to be doing this full time. Those who don't know, right, I'm going to be doing this full time. I'm in a lot better place than I was. I want to be doing this full time. I want to be known as the go-to person to fix and solve issues for people. And I think we're getting there. Ultimately, I want to help people enjoy the dogs. You got to think, you might have 10 summers, 12 if you're lucky with your dog. It's a long time. And if you get a dog, then good girls. If you get a dog, you deserve to fucking spend the time with it. And more to the point, fuck you guys. Not you guys, but the dog deserves to have the best life with you. Yeah. I want to be able to for people to look back and go, that was the best thing I ever did. 100%, mate. Yeah, it makes me sad to think about. Why do you think I want to spend so much time with my dogs? Why do you think I bring them to training? Yeah, when even if we're not used. Yeah. Why do you think when they are used, I give them loads of love and a fuss? Because I'm effectively, I've like trafficked them, haven't I? I'm like taking them away. I'm like, you're going to be trafficked. You're going to do some work for me, right? That's even weirder. It's even darker. No, I'm not full time. I still work full time, and then, I've got a 9 to 5, if you like, and then I basically finish and come do sessions with you guys, and that's my fucking love, right? That's my motivation, I suppose. But I suppose Shez's question there was overall of you in a few years. That's my motivation to fucking build and keep going and doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I want to help loads of people. I want to be comfortable. I want to work to live. Yeah, I want to have job satisfaction, knowing that I've done the right thing, and I've helped loads of people, and people to turn around and go, yeah, it was hard, but you helped us through it. If any of you know, right, and people say, oh, they thank me for things, I go, it's not me. I can coach you. You're the one that's made the changes and got to that point. Yeah. I try to think of me as a humble person. It probably makes me sound like an ass, right? What the fuck? How do you manage all of that? That's insane. I've done this for about 6 years. I've worked this sort of model for about 6 years where I've had a job and then done this part time effectively. And it's built to the point where it's not part time anymore. It is like having 2 jobs. And it's not always me. I first started when it was like Tuesdays and Thursdays and then the weekends. And it got to every single day effectively. And it built up and built up. And I started going, I needed to offer loads to try and get more people in. And that doesn't really work. So that's why my business model changed. And it's working quite well. I just need the hardest thing. And again, I've spoken to a couple of good girls. I've spoken to a couple of people like this. I don't want to earn millions. I don't. I'm getting fucking deep now on a Sunday Live, and I like it. The one thing that you can't buy is time. Time with my dogs. Time for me to do what I want to do. Spend time with my friends and my family, right? And those that I love dearly. To do what I want to do in a selfish side of things. If I want to go to the beach with my dogs, if I want to, I don't know, fucking clean my car, if I want to, go out for a coffee or read a book. Do you know what I mean? The only time I can read a book is when I'm on holiday because I can't do anything else. Generally, it's business books or fucking dog training books or dog related books. I want to be able to get up maybe one day and have a day off to myself and get up and make a coffee and not have to worry about what's going on. That's what I want to do. So I want to get to that point. I want to be comfortable in the point of steady income, doing what I love, and not having to work. Let me work it out, because obviously there's things that you guys don't see as well. So let me work it out. So if I do 40 hours of my normal job, yeah, and then let's be conservative. We'll do 20 hours of training, because like say I've got 20 clients throughout the week. So that's 20 hours of training. Each homework takes around about, call it 15 minutes. So that's 5 hours. That's 25 hours. That's just you've got the messages that come through throughout the day, throughout the week. So call another 10 hours, I would say, probably close to it. So that we're up to there, 25, 35 hours. And then we've got other admin consultations. We'll call it MISC consultations and stuff like that. And then obviously content creation, which is why I'm trying to content create more in my sessions. So call that another 10 hours. That's 45 hours. There you go. I've got 2 full-time jobs. If I can consolidate all that 45 into just one job and earning enough to pay the mortgage, pay the bills, pay the rent, and love life. Yeah. So, yeah. Shows you teased that out of me there, mate. You've teased that out of me. You made me open up and be vulnerable on YouTube Live. What we got? The amount of effort you put in and the attentiveness to all your clients, I had no idea you had another gig. Newfound level of admiration. Mate, I'm not here for the admiration. I appreciate it, I really do. I'm not here for the admiration. I'm really not. I said it to a client earlier. I get, and this is a problem with me, yeah, but I get so emotionally invested in all of my clients that I feel a sense of disheartenedness when shit doesn't go right. And that shit might be like minute, it might be minuscule, it might be just like a bad day or a bad walk. But I'm like, fuck, what have we done? How can I make this better? What would I do differently? Is it something that I've done? Is it something that I've overlooked? You know what I mean? I'm very hypercritical and hyper analytical of what I do. And I'm very emotionally invested in my dogs. Sorry, not in my dogs, in my clients and their dogs. Ultimately, I want you guys to have the fucking best life with the dogs, right? That's what you're paying me for. That's why you take time out of your day to come and listen to me ramble, and why you on here, listen to me ramble, because you want to get the best out of your dogs, and that's what I want you to do, right? Again, Luke and Shez, you know, Luke and Tisha and Shez and Kate, we've had this conversation. It's going to be bittersweet when you know, don't need me so much, right? That's the ultimate game. I want that. And it's very selfish of me to keep you around, not for the financial side of things, but me personally. But honestly, going to see you guys fucking smash it and, you know, sending me videos and updates and fucking all that type of shit, I'm gonna love that. But also the relationship and where we've got to, and seeing you guys from start to finish, you know, it's a bit, it can be a bit sad. You know what I mean? I've had it with loads of clients. Yeah, I agree with Luke. I don't know how you do it. I admire it. It's nice to be vulnerable every now and again. We're all human, 100%. Jokes on you, will never leave it. No, in all seriousness, honestly, I don't do this for admiration. I do this because I love it. I really do. You know, there's been times recently it's been fucking tough, and I nearly just canned it, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I can't see myself. Honestly, I can't see myself never training a dog. I really can't. You know, and it's guys like you, it's people like you that fucking keep me going, you know, keep me grounded and keep me showing up. Do you know what I mean? And I can't thank you guys enough for that. You guys, the community and that type of shit. You know, you guys really fucking keep me going. Yeah. Jokes on you, we never leave it. Mate, you're always welcome. Look, I'm at that unit for another 2 years, regardless, right? Even if it comes to it in that time, and I fucking hope in that time you don't need me as much, right? You ever near? Come get a brew, man. I've said it to all of you. Come get a brew. Come, let's have a natter. Check out some dogs. Yeah. Learn, even just watching and learning how different things happen. It goes back to obviously the main topic, the motivation side of things. Yeah. You might see something, go, fuck, I wish I didn't even think of that with Ted, and that might actually work in this situation. Or same with Chief, you might go, oh fuck, actually, yeah. That's very much like Chief. I could do this way. Yeah. In all seriousness, you're always welcome. I might run a bit of a community event. Might not be, you know, maybe a bit of a group dog walk, maybe, if you guys are up for it. Yeah, we'll get loads of people about, old and new, you know, those people that have moved on and you know, their training is complete. I'll open up to them as well. And you guys here, you know, come on down. Let's go for a bit of a walk somewhere. Maybe stop off at a cafe for some lunch. Yeah, a bit of a community thing. Yeah. Something you guys are fucking up for. I mean, Winter and Jim people up there, they'd fucking love it. Yeah, go somewhere fair local for us all. We'll go for a bit of a catch up, a bit of a pub lunch or something. Yeah, nice one, man. All right, cool. I'll try and do it when the weather's a bit nicer. Yeah, when the maybe April, May time, something like that. Once I get something sorted. Oh, spot of lunch with a Madri. Oh, yeah, you know. Yeah, definitely will feel like a big jump too from where we were. Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, cool. Look, remember, right, as I say, I'm never looking for perfection. Never looking for perfection. Just put your training into perspective. Yeah, it'll be a bit of a fucking social. Yeah. And from there, you know, see where you're at. You still got a bit of coaching. You still sort of I'm there to tell you what's going on. But we're all mates and having a bit of a shindig. Yeah. A Madry, I'm in. You know, that's just Carlsberg, don't you? Is it Carlin? It's made by the same brewery. You know, it's just put a new label on. Even so, I'll have a fucking Madry, like, you know what I mean? All right, cool. I'll get something sorted then. I'll get that sorted. Like April, May time, when it's a bit nicer. Cool. I'll have a think about where we could go. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Spanish made by a fucking Heineken brewery or whatever it is in Tadcaster. You know what fucking blows my mind a little bit? Yeah. I'm not saying anything then. Prove my point. No, and it's the San Miguel one. Right? You know, San Miguel, and then there's Aldi's dupe of it. It tastes exactly the same. I think it is the exact same. It's just branded different. It's a bit of an insider for you. So I used to work. I've worked more in food production than I have, for IT food production than I have anything else. Foxes, as in Foxes biscuits, who make Rockies, they're exactly the same as Wackos at Aldi. Literally, they're on the same line, and one goes off to be Rockies, one goes off to be Wackos. No, mate, I've just had San Miguel. No, I haven't. No, I have. Sorry, Moretti, but you know the blue one where it's got like the sea salt or something in it. I'm a fucking fiend for that at the moment. I like that. I like a Cruz Campo. I like my import, shall we say? And I've got a tiger in there, so I've got to have a Chinese with a tiger, I think. Yeah, you guys, you'll be on like 60 pence beers or something. You'll be smashing them in. Fun fact: our building company renovated. Oh, has it finally been renovated? But the inside hasn't been renovated, but it still looks like Chernobyl. Yeah, fucking used to love going to Foxes, getting a big bag of Foxes biscuits for like £3. It was great. Ooh, Acai's a bit too dry for me. Oh, Acai. It's nice, but it's a bit too dry. No way, I can't believe she says you did fucking front of Foxes. We sold Foxes. Our two sisters who own Foxes. They're selling it to Ferrero. I don't know whether Ferrero still bought it. Yeah, yellow shit it was. It's all like green and shit in it. It's like fake jade. It's like shit that you find on Temu. The lift never worked. You always used to take the stairs. It's like built into a hill. It's fucking weird. Yeah, I used to work at obviously Nestle as well. This is the thing I was talking to someone earlier, yeah, about Nestle. And he was talking about, again, we'll go back onto motivation and shit. His dog's like, loves like the fucking pedigree shit. And says, pedigree are owned by Mars, don't you? And he went, what, as in like the chocolate bar? Yeah. As in like the confectioners. So pedigree bakers, I think. Do your own research. This is my little clause. Do your own research, but I'm pretty sure bakers and pedigree are owned, maybe even Royal Canin, but they're owned by Mars, or Royal Canin and Purina are owned by Nestle. I used to work at Nestle. So you got to think, right? Imagine a company making chocolate, but also making dog food. Now, I'm not saying chocolate's in the dog food. I'm not saying that. But it isn't going to be fucking good shit, is it? Hence why I like to use CI Food. Isn't it a shameless plug? CI Food. Independently owned, really good shit, right? So, you know what I mean? It's and another thing, right? And I did a video on this, it fucking flopped, but I think I might repost it. When it comes to food, dog food, right? The stuff that is advertised the most is generally the shittest. right? So how many advertisements do you see for Bentleys or Ferraris or Lamborghinis? How many do you see? None. But you see a lot for Ford, Kia, BYD, right? The conventional choice. It's the same with dog food. Like that's sinking a little bit. CI food is class cheaper than what we were buying before. I don't know, mate. I don't think there's dog food in the chocolate. I think you are right in that sense. They are definitely made by two different factories. I need to be on fucking some sort of commission with CI food. The amount of people I've put onto CI food, honestly, best food I've ever had. I used to feed Taki. Taki went fucking shit. I think Taki got sold to Mars. They changed the fucking recipe because it was cheaper. My dogs literally wouldn't eat the food. Tried some bits, found CI fucking mega, right? Really good food. I know I might need to get onto them and go, you know how many people I fucking sent your way for shit? I got my delivery coming tomorrow. So yeah, it's mad. Yeah, it's mad how the food that you feed can can come from different places. And also when it comes to it, this is when it comes to behavioural side of things. That food, the shit food, the pedigree, the bakers, the Purina, is full of fucking additives and E numbers and shit. And what fucking happens when we eat additives and E numbers? We get fucking unhealthy and we go bounce off the wall. So generally, good quality food is going to solve a lot of behavioural issues. What it can do, you've got to have a fucking stable base. Yeah. It's like me, I'm eating fucking takeaways now. I'm going to feel like shit for the next couple of weeks or a couple of days. When I start going back onto like chicken and fish and steak and shit and proper food and veg, I'm going to feel fucking mega. I'm going to feel a lot better. Which ones, mate? You want these ones? These are just shit ones, man. Got a training hoodie if you want a training hoodie. You know, the one with the pocket at the back, it just says AK9. You can have one of them. And then obviously you can brand it up however you want. These are just shit ones, man. I've still got some merch. I've still got some shit. Honestly, I learned this from mentorship. I was looking at the lady in the red dress and I thought, oh, let's do all this crazy shit because people love that. It's fucking bollocks. I'll see what I can do, mate. This is just a cheapo one, honestly. But yeah, if you want to represent, man, you can represent. I'll see what I can do. Might do it as a gift for you all. Try and see what I can do. How's the house move gone? Good, mate. Honestly, yeah, it's gone good. It's been fucking stressful. No way am I fucking changing my job, moving my business, and dealing with all that, and still working the business and changing the house and moving house at the same time. I'm not doing that ever fucking again. You know, like one people do like one a year maybe, you know, or two throughout the year. I ain't fucking doing it all over again. I'm not doing it. No way. But I'm a glutton for punishment. I like stress. I've got a good mate of mine, fucking childhood mate, best mate. Right. I caught up with him the other day, like November for his son's birthday, and I hadn't heard from he hadn't heard from me in a while. And obviously, I went through all that shit. And he went, "What's going on?" And I totally changed and switched out. And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this, that, and the other." And I literally listed off 5 things. And he looked at me and went, "You a knob. You're a fucking idiot." And he says, "Of course you're doing all that." Because he knows me well. I've done this like 3 or 4 times. And he goes, "You are the type of person that will just like go away, do it all, and come back like a better person." You know, because I don't like to burden anymore. But yeah, house move went well, man. I'm not doing it again though. I need to fucking I need to do some decorating now. Unfortunately, it's not too bad, but some renovations, shall we say, what makes me better. But where we live at the moment, I open the front door and the dogs are like onto like fields and shit. That's the only reason why I bought this house. You know, if I'm totally honest, this is a nice area, but yeah, I bought it for like the dogs in the fields and shit. Yeah, she says no, man. I'll try and see what I can do. I'll try and get some made. And I say you're always welcome, man. Like I said, I've got a training hoodie as well. If you want, you've got a training hoodie. I've got them good to go. They've got like, you may have seen me in them. It's got the rear pocket. It's got AAK9 and the front's like blank. So if you want one of them, you can have one of them. I've got same for anyone. Just ping me a message. I've got them just good to go. I'll have to climb on the roof and find them. But more than welcome for that. Yeah, more fields for 7, yeah, 100%. again, it goes back to motivation, doesn't it? What's your motivation? Why do you want to earn the money? You earn the money to buy the nice things to let your dog love life, don't you? Yeah. I've just bought a new fucking car for the dogs more than anything else. Oh, cheers, mate. Honestly, I really appreciate that. I really, really do. Yeah. There's a bit of a stud wall that I want to knock down. That's like a fucking weird cupboard in the living room. And then make the full back wall like a bit of a media wall. So if I go to it, I'm just going to go with it with a sledgehammer. Probably not the best way to do it. But yeah, I'll give you a shout, man. I'll pay for your time, 100%, obviously. I get the mattress in as well. Again, look, this is why I do shit, right? So, a client of mine is a sister of another client of mine. She's babysitting or dog sitting, right? She just messaged me saying that this dog is now a dream. I'm alone with him for today. I didn't open the message, but she just messaged me personally to say how well this her brother's dog's doing. Right, I'm training both. Fucking why I love my life, man. Why I love shit like this. Cheers, Shez. I really honestly, mate. I really do appreciate it, honestly. And I'm that type of person that wants to give back to anyone and everyone, man. So why try and support local a lot. And I really do appreciate it. Really, really do. Guys, what another fucking great life. Look, an hour's just flown like that. Look at a fucking great life. You guys are the fucking best. You really are. You're the fucking best. You really are. You proper made my week. You proper made my Sunday. Tomorrow's going to feel like a bit of a shit and coming back. I can help you all your computer needs. Hey, mate, if you want to come round and fucking, I don't know, stick a firewall up. I know firewall, that's not how the fucking firewall works. Right. I'm just a stupid fucking second liner, right? But yeah, man, I'll come round. We'll have some madras or some shit. Guys, look at that. Another hour's fucking flown by. I've got fucking people coming on the holiday. Luke on his holiday, and Luke and Tisha on the holiday fucking tuning in. I've got Shez and Kate who have just been with me, right? Like 4 hours ago, tuning in and just chewing the fat. I didn't know how these were going to go. I had an idea in my head. I wanted to do like Sunday thoughts and what we've done throughout the week, and it's sort of that, but this is mega. I just love that you guys are just fucking throwing stuff in and that there being a community and that. I really do. Honestly, like I said last week, there's going to be like a little bit of a community thing and you'll all get thrown into there. We can like do this more regularly. It's going to be like a bit of a social network side of things. And we're going to work on that. It'd be cool, guys. I'll try and I'm going to add it to my notes now. I've got like notes on my phone where I message, I'll write down what, I come from here, what people want to see more of. So I've got obviously for you guys from last week, the long form shit that you wanted to do. And, I think I really, really want to take that and focus on that in terms of what you guys want, because ultimately you guys make me and make the business. So let's have a look. We want to set up community walk and pints. And that could be pints of Coke. Could be pints of Coke if you want it. Get some rest, mate. Have a beer and have a Chinese salt and pepper ribs, especially. Oh, salt and pepper ribs, 100%. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm a bit shattered. I'm a bit tired. And that's not an excuse, but you don't need to hear me rambling again for a fucking hour, right? Guys, go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Give your dogs all the love and fuss and smushes from me, right? They all deserve it. Luke and Tish, you're going to have to do that telepathically. Yeah, man. 100%. Guys, you're the best. You really are. Thank you so much for turning up. Honestly, anyone you want to fucking ping this link to and tell them that we go live, do it. But honestly, guys, good to see you. You need anything, give me a shout. See you later. See you next week, guys. Thank you so much.